Morning, it's February 3rd, and this is to my liberal friends. Well, next Tuesday, Joe Biden will give the State of the Union address, and that normally is when you start kicking off the presidential race for 2024. And Joe Biden is now giving every indication that he intends to run again. The man will be 82 years old when he runs. Now let's look at what other potential presidential candidates are. On the Republican side, of course, we have Donald Trump, who will be 80 years old. And then on the left, you have Bernie Sanders, who has a new book out. He's doing a book tour, which gives us every indication that he might consider running, and he's in his 80s. When are we going to let these geriatrics know that their time has come, it's gone, and time to go home? It's amazing how they back each other. Nancy Pelosi this week said she would endorse Adam Schiff for the Senate seat, but only if Dianne Feinstein doesn't run again. Dianne Feinstein has been a wonderful senator in many ways. She's 90 years old and from all reports is suffering from dementia. And yet Nancy Pelosi would endorse her because us old gals got to stick together. Now let's look at some of the other candidates that are out there. On the Democratic side, let's suppose Biden doesn't run. Will Kamala Harris run? I don't think she has the backing of the Democratic Party to run. Her best known feature is her cackle. She's done a miserable job on the border. She hasn't even visited the border, and yet she's the border czar. She tramps around doing things that nobody understands what she's doing. She makes gaffes that make Joe Biden look like he's lucid. Then you have some other potential candidates. Pete Buttigieg, current Secretary of Transportation. Mayor Pete has indicated he's waiting in the wings, and we'll see what happens. You have Gavin Newsom out in California. He hasn't met a tax he doesn't like or a regulation he can't enforce, but he thinks he's presidential timber. Now looking over on the Republican side. Obviously, Ron DeSantis is the number one opponent for Donald Trump, and Donald Trump, being who he is, has gone into his normal attack mode, going after DeSantis, attacking him in every way he can, even making it personal. And that's the problem with Donald Trump. He can't separate politics from persons. He wants to attack you personally, to denigrate you. People wonder why he and Mitch McConnell are at odds. He attacks McConnell's wife, who was his own Secretary of Transportation, describing Elaine Chao as somebody from China, as Trump would say it. He doesn't realize her parents are from Taiwan, but that doesn't matter to Trump. And so Ron DeSantis, after his big win in Florida, becomes an immediate top-tier candidate. Nikki Haley has indicated she's going to get in the race. Previously, she had said if Donald Trump ran, she wouldn't run. Well, think about this, a DeSantis-Haley ticket. Not a bad ticket. A governor, a former governor, teaming up together, male and female, white, woman of color. Pretty good tickets, both very smart people. You have some other Republicans looking at it. I don't know what Ted Cruz thinks he's going to do. I doubt he's going to make another run. My personal favorite, but I'm not sure he'll get in the race, is Chris Sununu, the governor of New Hampshire. I think he would have beaten Maggie Hassan easily had he run for the Senate. But he is a strong candidate. If not in 2024, I guarantee you, if there's an open seat in the presidency in 28, he'll be in the race. There are other Republicans out there looking at trying to figure out Mike Pence, former vice president. I don't know what he's going to do, but I don't really think he has the charisma to carry it off. Now, for the Republicans, a lot of this is going to depend, as the Democrats, how the primaries are set up and how they're going to go. In the Democratic Party, Joe Biden changed the South Carolina primary to be the first. That's not endeared him to the people in Iowa and New Hampshire, even Democrats. But he owes this to Jim Clyburn, who delivered his presidency to him. Biden's campaign was on death watch, on fumes, and then Jim Clyburn came in and endorsed him. He won South Carolina and went on to victory. And so he's going to reward Jim Clyburn with this. And I'm willing to bet Jim's got something else he wants from Biden for that. In the Republican Party, they're probably going to stick with Iowa and New Hampshire, but then there's a move to change some of these primaries to caucuses or conventions. And conventions favor Trump because that's where his activists can get involved and control a small group. But at any rate, once the State of the Union is done, the presidential race will begin in earnest, and we're going to see people attacking people within their own party, people going after, and Democrats maybe shooting some arrows at Trump and Biden at the same time, trying to get their name up there. But it'll be exciting. We'll all stay tuned and watch. This has been To My Liberal Friends. Thanks for watching. And if you liked it, please hit the subscribe button on YouTube or Spotify.